It's Brittany, bitch. I see you. It's Brittany, bitch.
Good morning. All right, time for episode 2. It is very early. It's still kind of dark. I'm cutting strawberries and grapes. We're moving right into episode 2. The day everything snapped into focus for me when I really realized that the people enforcing the law didn't actually know it. It certainly doesn't appear that that is the way they operate around here. And it is very upsetting. When you stop giving the benefit of the doubt to the people who never once gave you the benefit of the doubt. That moment came for me standing in front of an officer who was so confident, absolutely sure about the statute that did not exist, who misread the statute. He wasn't confused. He wasn't interpreting it differently. He was inventing it. And when I asked him to cite it, he couldn't. Because there was nothing to cite. He just stared at me like I was the problem basically for asking him to cite it. You know, officers tend to, you ask a question or you challenge what they're saying because a lot of times they don't know what they're saying. Like, what law are you enforcing, sir? That was the moment I realized something terrifying. Terrifying. And liberating at the same time. They weren't following the law. They were following their own version of it. A version that changed depending on the day. A version that changed depending on who they were talking to. A version that changed depending on who they wanted to protect. And a version that changed depending on who they wanted to punish. And when I pushed back, politely, calmly, factually, the reality wasn't to check the statute. It wasn't to verify the order. It wasn't to correct the mistake. It was to double down. Because authority matters more than accuracy. And questioning authority is treated like a threat. That was the day I stopped assuming they were right. That was the day I stopped trusting their explanations. I stopped believing that the system was neutral. That was the day I realized if I didn't learn the law myself, no one was going to follow it. So I did. I learned statutes, procedures, constitutional protection. I learned the difference between discretion and abuse of discretion. I learned the difference between probable cause and creative writing. And I learned the difference between a custody order and whatever the officer feels like. They weren't just wrong. They were consistently, repeatedly, structurally wrong. Wrong in ways that harmed me. Wrongs that harmed my family. Wrong in ways that violated basic rights. Wrong in ways that were not just accidents. They were patterns. After years of nightmares, waking up, crying, full of guilt, shame, ache, anger. That was the day I realized I wasn't crazy. I didn't have to question myself anymore. It was not me. I was not overreacting. I wasn't imagining things. I wasn't difficult. I wasn't emotional. And I wasn't misunderstanding. I was right, and they were wrong. And they knew it. And so that was the day that the county created a lawyer out of me. Not because I wanted to be one, but because they left me no choice. And now I know it better than the people there that tried to weaponize it. So there you go, anybody can do it. Tomorrow's episode, the arrest that wasn't the crime.
It's Brittany, bitch.